This video is going to be just for Mormons. Why? Because the Mormons have the Book of Mormon that testifies of the New and Old Testament. Okay? The Mormons have the Doctrine and Covenants and the Pearl of Great Price. And they have all the mysteries of godliness if they want to pursue it. Anyhow, I'm going to be talking about a scripture as found in Doctrine and Covenants 101, verse 77 and 78. And there is a lot to unpack there. It really is. I have researched and studied these two scriptures for a long time as it pertains to the Constitution of the United States. And it's got kind of a twist to it that is a little bit difficult to unpack. Anyhow, 101 verse 77. According to the laws and constitution of the people, which I have suffered to be established, and should be maintained for the rights and protection of all flesh, according to just and holy principles, that every man may act in doctrine and principle pertaining to futurity, which it means pertaining to the future. I looked it up and cross-referenced it with the dictionary. So you can just say pertaining to the future. According to the moral agency which I have given unto him, that every man may be accountable for his own sins in that day of judgment. Now, just on the surface, like, that's, you don't see anything special there. Not hard to understand. The key to those two scriptures is pertaining to the future. Pertaining to the future. So God gave us the Constitution of his people, which I have suffered to be established, and should be maintained for the rights and protection of all flesh. Should be maintained. So what we'll be doing in the future to maintain the Constitution of the United States? That's interesting. Just off the top of my head, I would say one is how you vote. If you vote for self-centered reasons, then you're not doing your job. It's because it's supposed to be maintained for the rights and protection of all flesh, according to just and holy principles. And that every man may act in doctrine and principle pertaining to futurity, according to the moral agency which I have given unto man, that every man may be accountable for his own sins in the day of judgment. According to the moral agency. If you don't do it for moral reasons, with your free agency, then you are an immoral person. Got it? If you're not part of the remedy, then you're part of the problem. If you're not magnifying your priesthood and protecting with your moral agency the Constitution of the United States, you're just not doing your job. Period. End of story. That every man may be accountable for his own sins in the day of judgment. Now, When is the day of judgment? I'm going to say we're in the day of judgment right now. All you have to do is go to the 28th chapter of Isaiah. 28th chapter of Isaiah, and it talks of one who sits in judgment for our time. Okay? And that one is one mighty and strong, which, interesting enough, a lot of Mormon apologists and blogs have been said that he's here, just working behind the scenes. He's kept out of sight. Was that in the 70, what is it, the 86th section of the Doctrine and Covenants? Thus saith the Lord unto you, whose priesthood hath continued to the lineage of your fathers. For your lawful heirs according to the flesh, and have been hid from the world with Christ and God. Therefore your lives and your priesthood have remained. It's been hid from the world. Okay? But in the 28th chapter of Isaiah, is verse 6, and for a spirit of judgment to him that sitteth in judgment. And it's, obviously it's pertaining to our day. So, the Lord said that he would not suffer the wicked to destroy the righteous. Look around in this country. How these people are all voting, and the people they vote in, and the policies they vote in. They're designed to destroy the righteous. So who's going to get destroyed in this day of judgment? The wicked. I shall smite the earth with the rod of my mouth, and with the breath of my lips shall I slay the wicked. Think about it. Just think about it.